In the previous video, I showed this specific clip of this riding mower being stuck in reverse, but what I didn't show was footage that I removed from that video of me removing this cover that covers the steering column and showing that one of the cables was frayed, which ultimately led to it breaking or snapping, but it was still struggling to go in reverse, and I'm going to show why as well in this specific video. So we're going to cover all that right now, and we're going to fix the problem. So let's jump into the video. Okay, it's still doing that jerky motion. I'm just gonna order a cable and just see what that remedy is. Hopefully ain't nothing wrong with the gears back there, but it still has some jerkiness into it. So I'm gonna order that cable. Okay, that's remove the steering wheel, this cover piece, and these lever handles. Okay, so the very first thing you want to do is remove this center section from the steering wheel. You can use a flathead screwdriver, or you can pry it up. Mount the camera. Since this steering wheel hasn't been off in a long time, I believe this is a 1/2 inch. We're gonna spray some lubricant on it, some PB Blast or some WD-40. There's a washer inside of there, so don't lose that washer. There's some Phillips screws on both sides. I'm gonna spray them. There's a nut on the other side. All right, do the other one on the other side. Keep them on each side. I'll keep this one on this side because it goes there. And I'll keep this one on this side. So there's 3 bolts. There's 2 here. They're 3/8 of an inch. 3/8 of an inch. Same as here. Just spray something in here. Okay, I was expecting to see a beehive, but all right. So this is what it looks like. You guys can see how there's, look at the cable. That's not good. So I think this may be loose. Let's see if we can tighten this up some. This cable may need replacing. So here's a common issue with this machine is this lever, the gear selector lever being loose. You want to tighten it down so it can be firm. You don't want it to be flimsy or pushing back. You want it to be tight enough so it can hold those cables in position. And once it's there, it should be fine, because if it's a little loose and now those cables are pushed back, it'll jump out of gear, especially reverse. So that's what was happening with the machine. At one point, it wasn't having to reverse at all. I had to hold it back, the lever back into the reverse position for it to hold the cable in position for it to move. So something to look out for. You want to tighten it up, and I'll show me tighten it better towards the end of this video. I'll show how it should be towards the end. So just want to note that besides the cable being frayed, and we have to replace that. Okay, I'm gonna put everything back together. It's the same reverse from as it came off. Before I put this cover piece on, we're gonna clean this up. So get my blower, we're just gonna wipe it down with a rag. Okay, that's more to my liking. Now let's put everything back together and see what we got. Maybe all our pieces. All right, that's it. Okay, so the cable broke, just like I thought it would. We're gonna replace it really quickly. We got a jam nut here. Got a jam nut there. We're gonna take this off really fast. Look like some 1/2 inch maybe. Let's see. Yeah, so that's a 1/2 inch. For both. So 2 1/2 inches. We're gonna loosen this up really quick and get this cable swapped out. So how this works, although when you press it down, it goes in reverse, downward reverse, what it's doing is pulling this cable. This is actually a reverse cable here. I hope this ain't messing up. That's the lubricant. It actually pulls this cable up, which places the tractor in reverse. It's like a seesaw motion, and I'll show you guys in the back in a second. So it's a seesaw motion. So this cable actually pulls it in reverse. So when you pull it in this motion and pulling it forward, it pulls this cable up and places the tractor in forward position. So the forward cable is broke, but it's stuck in reverse now. So, and I'll show you how it works back there. There's 2 cables. You may see just one here, but the other one's up top, up there. You see where it goes in at, on the back side of that, and it pulls that selector in and out like a seesaw. I'll show you guys that in a second. So let's get this off really quickly, because the rain has been something else out of here. It's been coming out of nowhere, and everything is, we got pools of and puddles of water everywhere. So as we can see where it feeds to it, cable right here. Let me show you guys where it feeds to it. You guys can grab it. Pull it out. We got a wire tie here. Let's cut that. We're gonna replace them back. actually got to kind of pull it up so it can fit through this channel here. Got another wire tie here, but we don't have to cut that one. All right, and here we go. So when it's dirty, we gotta press that in and pull that out. With this one, since it's no good, we can take the cutters. Well, let's see if we can angle it so we can put some pliers on it and twist it out. So there's 2 tabs back here to lock it in place. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's our cable. Comes with 2 wire ties. We can actually see exactly how it goes right here. So you need some needle nose pliers to squeeze those tabs in to pull it out. You're gonna measure the length. Should be identical. So let's get the old one out really quick. So I got these long needle nose. If this don't work, I'll just cut it out. I'll use these cutting pliers to cut it out. Pop it on a crate. So I'm gonna show you guys under there. I'm gonna show everything. Make sure you guys exactly what you can see it, how easy we can get it. Okay, I forgot to mention, before we pull it out, because there's some tension on there, you just want to pull the gear up some and then just pull this out. If it's fully taut, it won't be able to come from this. You won't be able to disconnect it from this linkage. So now we can pull it out. Okay, so now we'll disconnect it. Should be identical length lines. I'll show you guys how it's connected. Okay, so they're pretty much the same length, although this one looks longer, the newer one. That one has a bunch of turns in it from being bent in that position for so long. But they're identical. All right, let's let the tractor down, and we don't need to have it up. And we can just install this right now. Alright, we're done. You don't want to flatten that washer. You don't want to flatten that washer. The washer is designed like that to allow you to have movement here. You want it to hold in place. You don't want it to be so tight where this is flattened. So each gear is holding on, is not pushing back. You guys can see that's shifted. We're in the middle now. That's neutral. All the way there. Shifting good. Go back that way and reverse. Reverse now. If we look under here, you can see the actual. Let's see if I can show you guys. There's the other part of that lever in the event you need to see if that cable breaks. Sort of easy to replace. So it sits on that thing and it's kind of seesaws. So now we're in neutral. We have some tension here and it's holding. So this is all good. Now you gotta put a wire tie here. It came with a couple. All we need is one. And I'll put this thing back together really quickly. So it goes through the hole, like so. All right, successful install. Another flawless install for the channel. That's the route. And now let's put this back together and start this thing up. I'll use the footage of me reassembling this back a couple days ago, so I'm not going to show me reinstalling this because I already kind of cleaned up this area. I'll just do it like so. I'll assemble it like so. All right, let me finish hooking this up. Be back in a second. All right, we should be all good now. Just to let us know if our reverse is going out. But we're done with this. It should start up. This thing has been running amazing. One thing, we need some air in this tire. Got a slow leak on the tire, so got a little bit more gas. How much gas we got? Just a tiny bit of gas, enough to a test run. So we get some air in here, and let's go for a test. Yeah. My tank. So let's start this thing up. It should start up on the money. All right, let's go. It's driving back great again. Working flawlessly. Both gears working great. So all on was a cable. I mean, this thing's running great and driving smooth. Forward and reverse, no stuttering, no jerky motion with the gears. Just all smooth motion. All right, guys. Hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. Terrence, and I'm out.